Hi everyone, and welcome to today's yoga class for anxiety. I recommend you have a block and bolster ready for today's class. When we feel anxious, it often helps to ground down and to touch something and to keep our hands or our feet down on the ground. And with props, you can help that feeling that we don't want to let anything hang heavy without the support of the earth. So I really recommend that you have some props close by. You can use a bolster, a block. If you don't have these things, just take some books or take some pillows from your bed or from your sofa. With that, let's get started. And we set up our props right away, one on the right and one on the left side of the mat. And we start in a reclined butterfly pose. So bring both of your feet together to touch and let your knees fall to the side. And then you can bring your props under your knees just to give you this extra support. And then slowly lower down on your back. Take some time here to find a good position here. And then bring one hand on your heart and one on your belly. Bring your shoulders away from your ears and start to focus on your breath. Inhale and exhale. Slow your breath down and try to make your exhale as long as your inhale. So maybe start to count for 4. And exhale for 4. Inhale for 4, 3, 2, and 1. And exhale for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Continue to breathe like this. With each breath, notice how you get heavier and heavier, and how you can relax more into the mat. Then slowly open your eyes. Bring your hands to your knees and gently lift your knees up. Bring both of your feet down on the mat so that they are hip width apart, and then start to windshield wiper your knees from left to right, very gentle, just to counteract this hip opening pose at the beginning. This should feel really good in your hips and on your lower back. Slowly and gently, just move your knees from left to right. Then come back to center. Grab your thigh behind one knee and gently pull yourself up to a seated position. Our next pose is a child's pose, so come to the back of your mat, roll over your feet, Bring both toes together to touch and spread your knees out. And again, you can use a block or bolster here. So if your hips don't really feel that they can come down on your heels, just bring a block or a bolster under your sitting bones. And then walk your hands forward and either bring your forehead down on the mat or on a block or bolster here, whatever feels good for you. And you should feel fully supported today. So nothing should feel like there's no support or nothing that holds you up. Just relax into this pose. Relax your shoulders here. And come back to your slow and deep breathing. Then gently press into your fingers, lift your torso up a little bit, walk both of your hands over to the left side, bring your block or bolster, and then lower back down. Bring your forehead back down on the mat or on your prop. Try to push your right sitting bone down on your heel or on your block, that you feel this nice stretch on the right side. Then gently lift up again. Walk both of your hands over to the right and lower back down. On the other side, forehead comes down on a block, bolster or on your mat. Then gently lift up, come back to center, walk your hands back in and extend both of your legs in front of you. This should feel really good now. Our next pose will be a gentle twist. So lift your left knee up, step the left foot over the right leg, and you can either stay here to keep your right leg extended, or if it feels better for you, you can bend the right knee and bring the foot next to your hip. So yogi's choice here, whatever feels better for you. Then hug your left knee in, bring the left hand behind you. Inhale, make yourself long. Exhale and twist to the left side. Relax your shoulders down here. And start to relax the muscles in your face. Relax your jaw, your tongue, your cheeks, and your forehead. Just focus on your breath. Then come back to center. Bring the sole of your left foot to the inside of your right thigh. Grab your block or bolster and bring it to the inside of your right leg. Inhale, make yourself long. Push your chest forward and then exhale, gently lower back down over your right leg. And if you feel that your props are not high enough, just put them on top of each other and bring your head down on your block or bolster and just enjoy this really nice and gentle opening of your right hamstrings. While we stay here, your hamstrings will start to open up and maybe you can remove one of the props. And if you don't have any props here, just let your head hang heavy. It's okay if you round your spine here. Then slowly come up. We do a quick counter exercise. Bring your left hand behind you, point, you can't see it, point your right toes and then lift your hips up high. Stretch your right arm to the back for stargazer pose. We just stay here for a moment just to stretch and exhale, come back down. We do the same on the other side. So first we do our twist. So bring the right knee up, right foot comes over on the outside of the left leg. Either keep the left leg extended or bend it, whatever feels better for you. Then inhale, make the spine long, hug your right knee in and exhale, twist over to the right side. Keep your shoulders relaxed and your neck long here. If this twist feels a little difficult today, again use a block or bolster behind you and bring your hand on top of the block. Then come back to center. If your leg was not extended anymore, re-extend your left leg. Bring the sole of the right leg to the inside of the left thigh. Set up your little prop tower if you have one. And then make your spine long first. Exhale, leading with your heart. Bend over your left leg and rest your forehead down on your block or bolster. Your hands don't have to reach your toes. That's not needed today. We're just here to relax and focus on our breath in and out. And slowly come up. Quick counter stretch. Bring your right hand behind you on the mat. Point the left foot. Lift your hips up high. And stretch and open your chest here. And come back down. Our next pose is cow face pose. So it's a really nice pose to stretch open the hips. For cow face pose, we bring both of our knees on top of each other. So bring your left leg down on the mat, knee pointing forward, and then the right knee on top of each other. If this feels too much for your hip, just sit down on your block and lift your sitting bones up, and it will be so much easier. And if you don't have a block close by, it's okay if your knees are not completely on top of each other, if you're just starting out. So find your cow face legs here. Then again, bring the chest forward and exhale, walk the hands forward to a nice stretch. And if you don't want to let your head hang heavy here, again, bring a block or bolster down and let your head rest down on either your knees or on your block or bolster. Then slowly come up and switch sides. So bring the right knee down on the mat this time. Left knee comes on top. Again, sit on a block or bolster here and make sure that both of your sitting bones are grounded down on the mat or on whatever you are sitting. Then grab your prop, bring it in front of you. Inhale, make yourself long. Exhale, bend forward. And slowly come up. And we come to our almost last pose, which is fish pose. So for fish pose, I really recommend that you have some props ready, but you can also do it without props. I show it first without props, where you bring your forearms down on the mat, point your toes to the front, and then let your head hang back and lift your chest up high. But it's so much better if you have some props close by. I like to bring a bolster where my head is, and then I bring like a block where the spine is, so on the height where the bra normally closes. And then slowly lower down on your props. Bring your feet to the sides and let them hang heavy. And open up your arms, palms facing up. And enjoy this really gentle and nice heart opening pose. If this is too much, feel free to adjust the setting of your block here. So you can also do this with bolsters, just to lift your chest up a little bit and come to this heart opening pose with a lot of support. Then slowly come out of the pose. Lift your chest up and come up to a seated position. Bring your props to the side. And our final resting pose for today is legs up the wall, but you can also come to a traditional Shavasana. And afterwards we will do one really nice breathing exercise. So if you have a wall close by, bring your booty as close to the wall as possible. And then bring the legs up the wall. Let your feet relax. And enjoy this gentle inversion. Relax your shoulders and your fingers. And come to your final resting pose. You can also bring a blanket under your lower back if this feels better. Or just come to Shavasana. And slowly start to wiggle your fingers. Deepen your breath. And try to come down to a seated position as gracefully as possible. Sit down on your mat. Cross your legs in front of you. We will end today's practice with a really nice breath, which is called humming bee breath. And it's called this because we will do the sound like a bee, like This breath is super easy. We breathe in normally, and with the exhale we make this humming sound. And to make this breath even more meaningful, we will close our ears. So with your thumbs, you can close your ears. You can either put them directly into your ears, but I like to take these little things in front of my ears and put them over my ear canal. And then with your hands, we close our eyes so that we really focus on this breathing. So close your ears, close your eyes, and we start to breathe together. So inhale through your nose and exhale, hum. Then bring your hands down on your knees. Inhale and exhale. Bring your hands to a prayer in front of your heart. Gently bow your head down. Thanks for practicing with me today. Namaste.